Hi everyone, welcome back to Nails by Sora. I hope you're doing well. This is going to be my second Beetlejuice video where I am going and I'm doing if you've seen the movie, there's a scene in it where the two owners of the house who passed away, Barbara and Adam, they go to the underworld to seek out assistance because they're trying to get rid of the people that have moved into their home. So their caseworker, Juno, you're a caseworker. She shows them how to disguise themselves and make themselves look horrific so that they can scare away the new occupants. So Barbara pulls her face, apart so that her mouth is huge, and she takes her eyeballs and she puts them in the middle of her mouth, and it's all very grotesque and freaky. So I figured, why not put it on a nail? Of course, why not? So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm taking some more of the Trippy Gel by Nailz by Dev, and this one is a neutral skin tone. A little bit more on the peachy side, but that really doesn't matter because I'm going to be painting over it, and I'm just shaping the two sections of her mouth, and I'm using a silicone tool, which I was thinking about going online and buying some clay shaping tools, but then I started using these and I found that they work just as well, if not better. I've got 5 or 6 different ones, and each one is double-ended, so I've got a different shape on each end. Some larger, some smaller, some pointed, some, flatter rounded. So they work really well for whatever shape I'm trying to achieve, or even if I'm just trying to smooth out the texture. So now I'm going in and I'm placing the back side of her face, because the way that the photo I was referencing was positioned, you could see the left side of her face and the hollowed out portion where her eyeball used to be. This is a really disturbing video, or narration, as the case may be. So I'm just shaping that down and trying to get the profile of her face, and then I'm going to use the pointed portion of the silicone tool to hollow out that eye. So, how are you all doing? I am all right. I want to thank you all for returning for the second video. If you have seen the video, thank you. If you have not, I will put it up in the cards above, or actually I'll put it in the cards at the end. So if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. If you are new, welcome to the group. Please do give this video a like and a subscribe. And now I am shaping Barbara's tongue. And it's funny, whenever I use a 3D gel, I always think I'm choosing or picking such a small piece to work with, and then it ends up being twice as much product as I need. So when in doubt, use less. But I'm fashioning the tongue, and I'm going and I'm putting in the little lengthwise indentation that goes down the center. And in the picture, there's a bit of a curve to her tongue, almost as if I don't know, she's in the middle of speaking or something, because it's got like a space underneath the tip and it kind of curves up and then back down. So I was really trying to replicate that, and I think I got it lifted a little bit, but I couldn't quite get the point of the tongue the way it was in the picture. But doing these pieces really was an exercise in trusting the process, because as I was adding piece after piece, I could kind of see it coming together, but it wasn't really until I started painting it out that it really took on a life of its own and started to look like the depiction in the photo. So I was originally going to fashion each tooth individually, but with how small I would have had to work, it really was easier just to create like one long piece and then use a toothpick or a water marbling tool to kind of create the indentations in between each tooth to give the appearance of them being individual teeth when in fact it was just one long piece of 3D gel. So now I'm going in with the toothpick, and it wasn't really working the way that I wanted it to, so I switched out to my water marbling tool because the metal piece is a little bit thinner, and I found it didn't stick to the gel as much as the wood toothpick was. Now that I've gone and done some dentistry, I'm going to go in and paint out the inside of the mouth. Um, this was actually, it actually came together a lot easier than I thought it would. I wasn't really focusing on mixing the colors on the palette, basically just dabbing them on the 3D gel a little bit at a time, building out the color from shadow to light, adding in a little bit of red, a little bit of pink, a little bit of flesh to get the tonality that I was looking for. And I think it actually ended up coming out quite fantastic, and I love the finished product. So I am going to let you watch the rest of this play out. There's really not too much left of sculpting. I wanted to get in most of the color of the face and the inside of the mouth and the tongue before I put in the eyeballs, because the eyeballs are going to sit on top. I didn't want to have to try to paint around it. Although I did lay in a little bit of shadowing of the eyeballs on the surface of the tongue after the fact. But this is pretty much the rest of the video, just me painting out the color of the skin and the inside of the mouth, and then I'm going to stain the teeth and finish up with the eyeballs, and then I will come back at the end. So I decided to leave the main portion of the face matte because unless you're really using a lot of makeup, generally speaking, the face isn't glossy. So I wanted to try to make it as realistic as possible in terms of the shine on the tongue from saliva and on the eyeballs and just the interior of the mouth and the teeth, and then having the rest of it mattified. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think down below. If you love it, if you hate it, if it inspires you. And I will see you in the next video with Adam.